She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Hello. Lord Jesus, where would that come from? Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Yes, my voice is all crazy. Went out for my birthday, partying yesterday, a little bit hungover, lost my voice, so this is what it is. It's going in and out. However, this is a quick, short little corner talk for today over the whole Monique Netflix Let's Boycott for gender bias and race. Was it gender bias and race bias that she put up? Look, girl, bye. Look. Monique put up the whole video saying, I want y'all to help me. I want y'all to boycott. Netflix offered me $500,000 to do a Netflix special, even though, Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle got like $20 million. Amy Schumer got offered $11 million, but she went back and asked for more, ended up getting $13 million, and they only paid me, offered me $500,000. Look, that's not right, because you just said that's a woman who they paid that much money to, and then two black men who they paid a whole bunch of money to. Monique is under the impression that $500,000 is like chump change. Now, do I think she deserved more than $500,000? Sure. I think they should have offered her either $1 million or $2 million, not more than $2 million, and then let her do the dang on show. If you kill it, then, do a whole other thing. I think, because she said how, at least with Amy Schumer, Amy Schumer, when I said, why is she getting that much money? And they said, because she sold out 2 shows at Madison Square Garden, and she had a successful movie that came out. And she's like, well, isn't that her resume or whatever? Because they didn't want to pay Monique so much because of her resume. Look, Monique is a legend in the comedy game, for sure. We know that Monique been in the comedy for years, but I feel like Monique is black famous, not white famous, and that's no tea, no shade. That's just the truth. I feel like we love her, but on the same token, Monique hasn't even been in anything or been doing much in the mainstream in a while. I think she has had a lot of scandal and just different situations since that damn Precious movie, when she was out there beefing with Lee Daniels and Oprah about, thinking she had been blackballed and just different stuff. And the reason, because I was talking, one of my friends, was talking about it on Facebook or whatever, and when I was like, well, I still be wondering how the hell or why Netflix do be paying, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle $10, $15, $20 million to do a special. I'm like, how do they get their money back? Because, let's be honest, most people share their damn Netflix with somebody else. So, like, how they get the money or whatever? And he said, well, typically, people who hear that someone is going to have a special on Netflix, they get Netflix. So, if somebody is being, if Dave Chappelle do a Netflix and 10 million people sign up for Netflix and they're paying monthly, that's how they're going to make their money back, because everyone signed up for it. So I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. I assumed, I was like, I don't know. I didn't even get how they make, people are paying whatever monthly. So that's okay, that does make sense. I think the thing for Monique, I think they feel like if they say, hey, they'll say, hey, Monique doing a special, I don't think they feel like 10 million people gonna go and sign up for Netflix just to see Monique. I also feel like if she does a show, I don't think Monique can sell out Madison Square Gardens, simply because I don't think people are as supportive of her now as they were before, simply because she moved different now. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, $500,000 was a very much so a low ball offer, but Monique, you fucked up, because you went and said for people to boycott them. Ain't nobody boycotting Netflix. No one. And simply because it's not racist or sexist simply because they have women on there and they have black people on there. You name 2 black comedians, but then try to say why they worth more money than me because they'll sell out a show. If Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock say I'm gonna do a show at Madison Square Gardens, it's gonna sell out. You not gonna sell out, my mom, so they're not gonna recoup that money. And I'm like, what she should have did was you should have took the 500 grand or asked for $1 million, and then did a show, did one show, and showed them your power. And then on the second comedy deal, you make more money. You can't be offended first and want to instantly boycott when they didn't do anything wrong. The only thing was they don't feel like that you are worth the risk of that investment, basically, because at the end of the day, them paying these people all this money is an investment. If they don't get their money back, they just SOL. And it's not racist. It's not, nothing like that. That's just your star power. If you did a movie today, you're not going to get the #1 box office. You're not going to get people trying to go get a ticket to see your movie. And it's not, I'm not even trying to be like to down her. I think she just, sometimes people need to understand where they are in their career and their fan base. Amy Schumer, I don't think I've ever went to see an Amy Schumer movie at all. I did watch the movie Trainwreck. Thought it was fucking hilarious, but I thought it was more hilarious because LeBron James and his cheap antics and things like that than I did her. I don't think I've seen any other Amy Schumer movie, but Amy Schumer has a huge following. So she garnered 13 million because people would get Netflix to watch her because she sold out Madison Square Garden. So the same people that would have paid, $100 for a ticket to see her comedy show now just have to pay for the damn Netflix. So it just makes sense. Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, they're fucking legends, and they don't do shows often, but when they do shows, it's freaking hilarious. So people gonna want to see that. I don't dislike Monique. I don't see anyone going to get a Netflix account to see a Monique comedy show. I think they'll say, "Hey, don't you got Netflix, Jaylee?" "Yeah, I got Netflix." "Well, can I watch it at your house? Can I get password?" That's what people do. You know what I'm saying? So I think she just jumped the gun, and now you've ruined any chance you have of Netflix coming back and saying, "You know what? We was wrong because everybody left us, and we're gonna do something better." No, they're not gonna do that now. And then I feel like other streaming services might feel like, well, we don't want to work with her because the minute we don't do something that she doesn't agree with, she gonna air us out for how much we said was gonna pay her. And it was just a whole goddamn mess. Monique forever I think she plays victim a lot, and I think that's why people don't rock with her how they used to. The whole thing when she said, Lee Daniels played her with the whole Cookie Lyons role, and it was supposed to be her role, and he put Taraji P. Henson in it, and blah, blah, blah. How, the Black Hollywood blackballed me or whatever, all this extraness. Monique, I think she felt like when she won that Oscar for Precious, that these doors were going to automatically open for her, and she would just be this top billing person. But I felt like she handled business the wrong way, and things have not been going as good for her since Precious. If you think about it, we haven't heard much career rise from Monique since then. She did that one movie, the Christmas movie, which, it was what it was, but she hasn't done much else. I felt like, no, she did a comedy show. She was on tour, but I don't know if she was booking, huge arenas, to garner a whole bunch of money for a special. I was like, girl, shit, go on HBO, get a little HBO special, let her do that way. Or if you want, go on you. Well, I think she might, because I have put out too. Girl, do a special, get your YouTube channel, put it on YouTube. Because my thing is, if you have fans, you ain't got to pay for YouTube, but YouTube will pay you for your videos, once you get whatever. And do it that way, make your own money. But I feel like she gonna feel like that's like beneath her or whatever. But again, ain't nobody boycotting YouTube. It is not racial. It would add nothing to do with your gender, nothing. They just felt like you don't have that star power. I think offering her 500 grand I think she felt like that's how much you would pay like a Lil Duval or a D. Ray Davis. I don't think they would pay them that much, but I think they would pay them maybe like 100 grand, maybe 200 grand. But it's because they probably can't sell out an arena. And even though you are a legend, you can't either. You know what I'm saying? You can probably sell out some little places. You know, everyone who was great back in the day who come back might not have a big comeback. Like Escape, for example. I think even they were surprised that they were selling out arenas because they had not been out in so long, but they had that kind of following that it was just crazy busy like that. But you have other people who come back after so long of not doing things, and they don't sell out arenas. Monique has not really sold out anything in forever. So Netflix saying we only want to pay you 500 grand, it was an insult, yeah, but it wasn't like nothing. It wasn't like something that she can be like, you know what, I'm so offended, I want to boycott you. She went too far with that. She went absolutely too far with that, and I don't think she thought that through at all. I'm like, well, who did she talk to that said, you know what you should do? Ask people to boycott. You know, that is just, I don't know who talked. No, don't do it. You should just stay quiet and just not did it and just shopped your idea to do something else somewhere else. But I also feel like you could have took the 500 grand and then blew, you know, and said, you know what, okay, I'm gonna take the 500 grand, but if it surpasses this amount, I want to get an extra whatever on the back end. You know what I'm saying? If it does better than what's expected. You don't do that kind of stuff. But to air out some dirty laundry, be like, they only paid me this, and Amy Schumer was only going to get paid $11 million, and then she said, even though she's not a legend, you know, she knows she shouldn't make 20, but she felt like she's worth more than 11, and they gave her an additional $2 million. Now, I do wonder what amount Monique was asking for. Like, I hope she wasn't even asking for nowhere near 11 million. Like, not even 5 million. Like, again, as I said, $1 million, maybe 2 million. 2 at the absolute most. But and it's like, is you gonna tell any real jokes? Like, are you gonna have like jokes to tell or whatever? Because I don't wanna even watch you on here if you ain't gonna be really funny. I don't wanna hear no joke that you told on the goddamn Queens of Comedy. I don't want to hear nothing about the whole Lee Daniels Blackwater thing. I don't want to hear nothing old. I feel like if you're going to want to get paid that much money, have some new goddamn material. But again, Monique, mama, sister, love, you were wrong, and this was my mom. Absolutely wrong. And I feel like you just shot yourself in the foot again, because now no one's going to want to pay you to do it. Because if it ain't what you want, you're going to air them out. Point blank, period. So, that's all I gotta say about it. I'm Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.